Well, good Thursday morning to everybody. It's actually really cold out today. Yeah. Okay. But it's supposed to warm up again before it gets really cold, and we have to take this indoors. So we're reading through Luke 2 today, and we get more of the history of Jesus' birth. And I just want to point out some words that are used here, like house and child and 2 years old and younger. Just, I like debunking the whole myth about the Magi showing up at Jesus' birth, and I like to point out the fact that it was a couple of years later that they came along. Just like throwing it out there, because there's a lot of myth that has grown up around the account of Jesus' birth. But that's not what I want to talk about this morning. What I want to talk about is our ongoing theme for the last few days about the unseen that is hidden right in front of us. The unseen that is hidden right in front of us. The extraordinary that is clothed in the ordinary. And we see it again in this account with the leakage happening in nature. Yesterday it was the angels that were leaking out, and today it's nature that's revealing. It's nature that's showing. We see that with the star that's announcing the birth of the king. And there were actually people who had eyes to see. The Magi actually had eyes to see. They were open to possibilities. Not like today, where we close ourselves and we limit God, but where they were in a place where they could observe nature and see the signs. And they came to those who should have had eyes to see and did not have eyes to see. King Herod, who had to send his scholars searching through the scriptures to find any idea of where the king was to be born. And so according to scriptures, they were able to pinpoint down where he should be. But they couldn't see this with the eyes that had been given to them. Our Father hides these things in plain sight for us to discover. And the king couldn't discover this. He was just closed to this whole thing. And the scriptures tell us that God is constantly talking to us, constantly. And if we're not paying attention to the Spirit, then He speaks to us through nature around us. He speaks through His own creation to us. And so this is what we have. And so the Magi shows up at the home, and he doesn't need to be wearing a crown or a robe. They know right away that this is the new king. And they honor the king. But Herod, who remains blind, starts lashing out. It's like what you would do if you were in a dark room and you heard a noise and you thought something was close to you that was going to harm you. You would just lash out. You'd just start blindly swinging something or swinging your fists or whatever to try to protect yourself. And that's what Herod was doing. He didn't have a clue. He couldn't see. He didn't understand. And so he started killing to try to prevent, which is crazy, because you can't fight against that. I mean, you can disobey, you can deny, but you can't fight against that. You just can't. It's impossible that little tiny creatures such as ourselves could wreck the plans of the Creator of all things. So, and again, I just bring this up because we have this thing where we'll read the Word and we'll think we'll understand things, and we'll act on those things, just like Herod. He did it in the opposite way. And we need more than that. We have to understand that the Bible is not an outside force that is trying to conform the inner man. In our transformation, in our acceptance of Jesus Christ, we were given a new nature, and the law itself was written upon our heart. And now that's our nature, and we're learning to live according to that nature, forgetting the old habits of the old rebellion, and learning to walk in this new nature and these new clothes that have been given to us. And that's, if you don't understand that, you're going to try to live a law outside of yourselves and try to conform to that law, instead of allowing your behavior to be conformed to your inner man, because that's where we are. And we need the Spirit. We need to hear the Spirit. The Spirit gives us our eyes to see, and that's really what we want, is the eyes to see. I'm sure we're going to go on to a new theme tomorrow, but this is an important one, is that we want to see the extraordinary, even if it's clothed in the ordinary around us. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. We're off to help clean the co-op, because we start our lessons next week. Be blessed, everyone. Love you.